but I touched on diversification. So that means, not having, as we go larger and we start to try and hit, revenue numbers of 10 plus million, I would say one of the big shifts that we've seen over the course of the last 12 to 24 months is that getting to a $5 million revenue, million EBITDA, having many bidders, those days, at least in the current climate, and personally, I don't really see it changing significantly at that level. They're somewhat behind us. And so it's, how do I actually take it to 10, 15, $20 million? And what is that going to take? So coming back to it, building brand, really important. So having something that is identifiably yours and something that has clear differentiation is going to be one key pillar. Having a degree of diversification from a channel perspective. So not just selling on Amazon. It used to be, for a lot of these aggregators, one SKU, dump all of your investment into this one SKU, or grow it really, really large. And on the back of that, we'll buy it because it's perceivably easier to operate. Now, when we talk about the buyers of today, they're more sophisticated. They're looking for things that actually have capabilities and resources that they can then plug into. So that diversification around multiple channels, whether it's, Amazon and having a D2C Shopify component to it and having a degree in there, or moving to brick and mortar retail or a wholesale channel, or starting to have areas of diversification. Also, when we talk about multi-country, so not just Amazon US, while it might be the biggest market, the US, if you can expand into the UK and the EU and other geographies that make sense, that also starts to become increasingly more valuable. I don't want to keep going on a rant here, Nick. I'm just being mindful. I'll pause, because if you let me, I'll just go all day and tell you all the things that you need to be doing. This, like you said, this is what I do.
Yeah, I just want to get the big picture in terms of the approach. So what I heard you say is, don't just focus on one single SKU to achieve X number of dollars in revenues. That's not enough. You need to demonstrate your success in a diverse way in terms of channels and also your products. So that way there is something. So I want to set our conversation up a little bit for our listeners so that they understand what they can take away from this conversation. So, I do, and listeners know, I repeat all the time, I'm big into scuba diving. So in scuba diving, we have a saying, we say, plan the dive, dive the plan. So that way, you can come back without any problems and then keep diving a long time. So business is no different. So you have to have a plan. What is a strategic plan look like is the first piece. So you have to sit down and make a plan in terms of what you're going to do and when you're going to do it, and then what is your expected outcome. So first of all, is that the right approach that you will take in making that plan?
In short, yes. That's exactly, I would say, with all of this comes very meticulous planning. And if you don't actually work through and have clarity on what your objective is and what your metrics are when you want to exit your business, then what gets measured gets managed. And if you're not measuring these key details, then you're not really understanding where you're going. And so, yeah, I would agree. And I can definitely elaborate on all of this and share with you sort of how we approach that planning stage.